Hey, what's up guys? Not very long ago I talked to you guys about the Elder Scrolls Online and how they're going to be charging you $15 a month in order to play the game. And I told you guys what I thought and the reasons behind of why they're doing this and what they possibly could do in order to make everybody happy. But the good news is that they've actually went to Microsoft trying to ask if people could actually be able to play the game without needing Xbox Live Gold. And the reasoning behind it being simply because they are not using any of Microsoft's servers, so they shouldn't have to pay for Xbox Live Gold in order to access their game on their Omega server. And that's one of those things, that would be really great to see if people did not have to pay for Xbox Live Gold in order to play this game, especially since they're not using any Microsoft servers because of the whole idea of using the Omega server, so that way you don't have to use multiple servers and people don't have to go from server to server in order to actually find people. This way things will be much easier for people and it will be just much more fun experience for most people. And this would be really great to see, because if this does actually happen, all platforms across the board won't need any special memberships in order to actually play this game, which would make so many people happy, but it's not very likely to happen. But if it was to happen, I can almost bet you a lot more people would be very happy. Now, for those of you that are big Mega Man fans, I have some awesome news for you guys, and that is that the original creator and some of the people that helped make some of the original Mega Man games have actually started making their own game called Mighty Number 9. And it actually does have some similarities to Mega Man games, but nothing too obvious to the point that they're almost like an exact duplicate. It's actually quite different. And if you actually do want to check it out, there will be a link in the description below. And this is one of those games that they're hoping to get, done through a Kickstarter, so then they can make enough money and get enough money donated so then they actually could get this game out there and actually start developing on it. And that would be absolutely amazing to see. And this is one of those things that makes a lot of people happy, not just because it's another game and it's one maybe by the original creator and some of the people that made the original game, so maybe things will change back the way they used to be, but also because of the simple fact that there's been so many Mega Man games delayed within the last half decade, and that's made so many people very upset. But to see that we're going to be getting a game from the original creator actually to be made, that is absolutely awesome to see. Now, if you've been playing video games for many years, or if you played a lot of older games on the PlayStation 2, you might remember some old games called Timesplitters. And if you remember that series of games, you'll remember it was an awesome game that was just so different, and it was just amazing for anybody that's into sci-fi or any type of, like Siphon Filter type of games or anything like that. And this is one of those games that is just so old and retro, and it was just so cool for its time. And it'll be also just amazing to see this game actually come back. And that is when I have awesome news for you guys, and that is that there's an actual game that's currently in the works, going to be called Timesplitters Rewind, and the owner of the company or the franchise has actually been bought out by another company, so we might be actually seeing some game or a game come out pretty soon. Now, they haven't actually had anything quite approved yet by the the company that's in control of everything, of whether or not they're actually going to be able to get funded so then they can actually start on the game, but the developers have actually decided to go ahead and start on it, so that way by the time they know, at least that way they'll have some development into it. And if they say no, then at least they could say that they tried. And that way, if they have a publisher, that way the publisher, if they have a specific date they want that game to be released for, at least this way they'll have some work done on it already, so that way they'll be able to make the game longer and overall better. And it's just overall awesome actually see an old game like this actually coming back, and it's gonna be really amazing to actually see an old game like this with newer graphics, enhancements and everything like that, as long as it's just as awesome as before and everything like that. And I really love just seeing older games just coming back, and we're seeing actually quite a bit of that, and that is a really great thing to see overall. And I really just love just seeing some older games being brought back, not just HD remakes, but just actual like reboots or actually a brand new spanking new game. So this is going to be really great to see, and we might possibly know in 2014 whether or not there's going to be a game, and if so, then what it's going to be called, and we're actually going to be hearing more about it in the upcoming year. So that's pretty much it for today, guys, and I gotta say, these are some great things to hear. On the Elder Scrolls Online side of things, if this actually goes through, it'll make a lot of people happy to know the fact that they won't have to pay for Xbox Live Gold or PlayStation Plus in order to play this game. And on the other side of things, if it doesn't happen for whatever reason, at least we know that the developers cared enough to actually try. And it's going to be amazing to see something actually come out from the original creator of the Mega Man games, along with some of the other developers that worked on the older games, a brand new game. Although different from Mega Man, it's going to have some of the amazing qualities that people have came to love about the Mega Man games. And it's just going to be awesome to see an old game from the PS2 days like Timesplitters actually come back and hopefully be as awesome as ever and be the same way it was before with newer graphics and enhancements and everything that would make it amazing. Hopefully everything we actually comes true, and hopefully we actually see more of these games, which would be awesome. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thanks again, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.